Hi guys, today I'm just going to extend my other video which I've created, but we had some requests. People would like to see the disassembly and assembly of the Kel-Tec FU16. This is an FU model, but all models of the SU16 are the same. When it comes to the assembly, maybe some minor tweaks, but regardless, here we go. Okay, so basically the pin to remove, to take apart your gun, right? Basically to disengage your gun and then you fold it in half. From there, you have a tube, which is your gas tube. It has a lip in the front. And right now the lip is facing at 3 o'clock. And what you want to do is you want to pull this back and then lift it up. So the lip is at 12 o'clock. When that happens, it allows for the release of your gas tube, and you want to slide it back, okay? Slide it back to the point, to all the way back, so you can move your charging handle. Get that out of the way. Once you remove your charging handle, you can go ahead and tilt from your gas tube, the whole assembly here, including your firing pin assembly, and there you go. So now you can clean the gun, the barrel from there. You don't need to disassemble any further to do so. And here you have the bolt assembly. We'll take that apart first before we take out the piston assembly, just for the sake of some kind of order. To do that, to go further, you would have to remove this pin. And this pin is larger on one side, smaller on the other side. So what does that mean? You have to obviously push it out like so. And there it is. Just remove that. I'm going to move that out of the way so we don't lose it. There we go. So that releases your pin. And what happens now, you have to slide back your pin, and that comes out right there. That's your firing pin. And then in order to remove the bolt, you just, the catch here, remove that right there, the key, and that goes there. And that removes your firing pin bolt head. And there you go. You can clean it as such. From there, you go into the gas tube. This one, you want to apply pressure because it is under spring tension. You want to tilt. Now there's that lip I was telling you about, right? That's at 12 o'clock. So basically when it's on the rifle, it's like such. You have to bring it up like that. And then you can apply pressure on your spring, pull it back, and then it'll allow you to tilt your tube and then remove it from the upper receiver. So that's how that is done. Now for this case, we need to rotate the piston tube in order to expose a little pin that's inside there. And the reason for that is because you want to be able to remove your piston head and spring assembly. And to do so, you want to be able to do such by, we got to release the pressure, and I'm just trying to do that right now. Just release some pressure off it. So I can go ahead and take this off. And that's how you do it. Just press the little, it's like a, I don't know, a cotter pin, what do you call that? Just take that off and then keep your finger on that. It's under some tension there. So that's the piston and the spring. That comes off. The cover, and also here's your rod, which you can take and clean. And that's as far as I would go in regards to cleaning or maintaining your firearm. If you want to go further, I would say, well, you could take it into a gunsmith, or if you have advanced knowledge of how it works. I mean, the only thing to take off here basically is your trigger assembly. I don't see why you want to take that off. Okay, so going backwards now, going in the reverse order, it's exactly the same. I might tweak it a little bit. However, we want to basically take your tube and place that back. Now remember the lip, right? So that's going to be at 12 o'clock for most of the part. Okay, until we're ready to secure it into place at the very end. We're going to turn it, and it's going to go to 3 o'clock position, okay? So for now, I want to keep it at the 12 o'clock position and place my spring in there. And it gets a little tricky. I might have to pause for a while because I seem to have a problem with this one. So, and what my problem is that I'm nothing more than butterfingers when it comes to aligning this hole with the cover tube, the cover assembly, and then also on the piston head, all three have to align. So basically you have to bring them all at 12 o'clock, or actually not 12 o'clock. I'm sorry. On my unit, it's at 7 o'clock, but regardless, it doesn't matter. All you got to do is just bring all three together and try to synchronize them. And this is where I have the problem, because this cotter pin gets stuck downward in the downwards position. You have to kind of press it up. And if you don't line them all perfectly, it gets pretty tough. As you can see here, I'm not very good at lining, but that's how you do it. You just align everything here. Let me see here, it looks obstructed, so there we go. So that should do it right there. Okay, there we go, we got it in. All right, so now that's in. I can turn the outer cover, and so that doesn't come off, and it's in. So back to 12 o'clock, as you can see. Okay, so that's the pin is not exposed anymore, so there's no issue of that coming out or anything like that. So just keep that in the 12 o'clock position while we do the rest of the work. And now we want to be able to place the pin head back in there, making sure it's the right way. And if you put it in the wrong way, like I'll show you, if you put it in the wrong way, it's gonna show you as such. It won't allow you to go further. So, oops, sorry. Yeah, that's right. So you want to put that back in. And keep in mind when you're doing this, you have to keep this there's a little notch here on the back of the firing pin. That notch will line up with the hole, right? Because that's your clearance for the pin. So the pin, there's holes right there. So you want to bring that notch upwards on the 12 o'clock position to be able to bring it in. And if you look inside the hole, you'll see that it lines up. And that's how you do that, okay? So for now, what we want to do is basically go ahead and place this in. So to do so, let me see here. You just place that back in here like this. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. You can't do that just yet. There we go. Just make sure everything's aligned. There we go. It's in. Now, see if you watch what happens when you try to put it in. It's not going to go in. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, so you gotta line it up nicely and just slide it in. And once you slide it in and match and line everything up with the hole, you should be able to put your pin back in. And it goes only in one way. There you go. Boom. That's done. So there you go. Work. Okay. So now once you have the gas tube back on with the piston head, the gas head and the spring in place, and you have your bolt assembly together, and make sure it functions right, and make sure your pin is in, then you can go ahead and do this. This is a little tricky, but it's just it just boils down to pulling this bolt out as you reinsert the whole assembly back into your upper receiver. So you have to put on an angle and make sure your foregrip is aligned 12 o'clock. So you just have to bring it up like so, holding the bolt head in the extract position forward, and then pressing up. And then you want to line up your charging handle. There's an opening there. You want to be able to expose it, and to do so, you just gotta. Oh, so there we go. There you go. So you just put it back in place. So you can only go in from the back side. Then you're gonna try to push it in, and this is where it gets tricky because this bolt head has to be in, and everything has to be aligned, including. There we go. If it doesn't go in, you have to turn the tube. That means it slipped off where it's supposed to be aligned to. So once it's in, we can go forward and push it. So making sure that there we go. So there's a little bit of a catch there, so you just got to be careful. So just bring it forward, all right, till it closes. And when you do so, as you bring it forward, make sure your piston aligns to go in properly right here. Do you see that? Just make sure it goes in there, okay? And then what you want to do to complete the task, now your gas tube cover is not sitting properly on the cylinder bore there. You want to bring it back and bring it back. It was at the 12 position. I'm putting it on the 3 now. You can hear a little bit of a click. That means it's locked in place, and your tube is locked in place there. And if we go ahead and cycle it, it works just fine. So now all you got to do is take your pin and push it back in. There you go. Your gun's back in where I'm working at. Ready to go. That's it, guys. That's all there is to it. It's very simple. I hope I showed enough. Hopefully I didn't make it too complicated. But that's all there is to it. If you need to know any more information, write a comment below. I would like to see some likes if that's okay with you guys. Maybe even some subscriptions. I'm really trying to gain a little bit of momentum on that so I can make more videos for you guys. Thank you very much and take care.